All right.
We're back. Another Tuesday.
Another Tuesday.
Consistently.
Consistency is everything.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
So today we're talking about a subject that is deep and many people wonder about, and it's not clear, and there's some debates.
Yes.
And it is the subject of past lives. Is it a fantasy? Is there truth to it? How do we know if it's true?
Okay.
And let's dive right in.
Okay, good. So I think if we're talking about past lives, we need to ask past life of who?
Okay.
First of all.
Okay.
What's past life?
Yeah.
Okay. So when a person dies, people go and see the casket and see the body and they cry. But the body is there. So why are you crying?
True.
Yes, he's there.
Yeah.
So why are you crying? Because he's not talking, but throughout your life wanted him to shut up. Now you cry.
Especially in marriage, all of a sudden now they're crying. You're quiet. Yes, it's a good point. Yeah, that's funny. That's true.
So the thing that missing is the spirit, is the source of life, alan vitae, chi, whatever different regions, different people call it in different ways.
Right.
And this thing that's missing is the owner of the body.
Yeah.
When you say my body, there is something that the body belongs to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this thing, the owner of the body, is the thing that actually injects life into the body.
Yeah.
And when you are not there, the body is still there.
Right.
But everyone understands instinctively that what you love, what you deal with, is not this flesh, but there is something else.
Yeah, that's life. You miss the person's life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, some people say it's the brain, but the brain is still there. And more than that, if a person dies and then he comes back, you will see that while he is dead, like for this short period where he was dead, the brain do not work. But when he comes back, he tells you that he's sorting, he understands, he could totally duplicate what's going on. He made decision, he had thoughts, he evaluated. So it means that all those things are not done by the brain because the brain did not work.
Right. It was clinically dead.
It was
not there.
There.
Yeah.
Yes, dead.
Yes.
So the thing that we're talking about is the spirit. Okay. And we can look at the spirit, and you just pass me the pen.
Yes.
And let's do that. Press number 4.
Number 4.
Exactly. So this is my weapon.
Yes, weapon of mass destruction.
Weapon of mass creation. Mass explanation.
Yes.
Okay, so if this is the beginning and this is time, okay, the word beginning mean was not here before.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if I say iPhone started, or the beginning of iPhone was in 2007, it means it was not here before.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the physical universe, this thing here is the physical universe. And the physical universe can be defined as this thing that composed of twos. Because in the physical universe, everything is composed of plus and minuses.
Yes.
Okay?
Oops, hold on one second. Wow, sound problems. Hold on. Definitely a topic I'm interested in, but we have sound problems. Okay, what are you hearing? Because we want to make sure you have excellent sound.
You have a sound problem.
So just a moment.
What kind of a problem?
Tell us what sound problem you can hear.
Tell me. Hold. That's it. Odd.
Okay, we're working on it.
Screen is flipped. Okay.
The screen is this screen. Okay. The sound is okay now. Okay.
The sound is okay. Good. So we have that.
Okay.
Good. So what's the next problem?
Mirror camera. Turn the mirror camera off. There we go. Okay. Now is the sound still breaking up, kind of choppy, echoing, but can hear you? Okay. Do you still experience that, or is it better? It sounds scratchy. I wonder why. We're going to figure it out. So just give us feedback as to what you're hearing.
Hold on.
And we'll keep chatting so you can tell us
Hold on, hold on. Let's see. Okay. So is it still a problem?
The sound is the tool showing, but it's not breaking up anymore. There's an echo. Okay. And how is the echo now?
No, I'll fix the echo. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. Just give me a second.
Okay.
We'll fix the echo within a second. Okay, good. So now tell me if it's echoing.
Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. How does it sound now? Any improvement? Checking.
Okay, can you hear me?
Let's see. Give us feedback on the chat. No more echo. That's good. And how is the sound otherwise? Is it the echo is better and the sound is better? Is it great, like you can hear us fine, or it's giving you choppiness and weirdness of any kind? We love you with or without sound. Thank you. A bit better, but still scratchy. Okay.
Scratchy.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, just let's try one more thing just before we do that. Let's try that.
Yes, can hear you.
Told it's open.
No sound here.
Okay. And now, how is the sound?
Can you hear us now? Now, checking 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you for sticking with us through it, and your feedback helps a lot. So let us know if you can hear us now.
How is the sound?
Is it any better? Can you hear us?
Mama, can
Got it back now. Good. And how's the sound? It's choppy again. Okay. Okay. And now?
Now it's great.
And now, can you hear us now? Okay, Shaked, Anita, Tressa, Luciana, sound is good. Yes, choppy. Okay, it's still choppy. I wonder why we're getting choppiness. Just a moment, Dustin, still choppy. Shamaya, cool. Thank you for the feedback. We're gonna fix it. Just one moment.
Choppy.
Soft, way better. We have like mixed reviews.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Will it work right now like this? Will it work?
Checking 1, 2. Can you hear it?
Better
than it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
is
that good
better?
or still choppy? Not sure what does it mean choppy.
Choppy is like there's like it's somehow the video is also laggy a bit, so maybe there's some kind of an issue
with the
streaming.
No,
do go to
no, I don't have any specific. Okay, I know.
quality.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's do that. Okay, let's try that.
And
hold on. 1 second. Give me another.
Okay, thank you, Shaked. I got you. Okay, we're fixing one more thing. Cut a little loose wire, like a loose wire in old headphones. Got you.
Okay,
got you.
Is
and
it
now,
better?
How's that? Can you hear us better now? Checking 1 2 1 2. We'll give time for the chats to come through. I can hear you well, guys, says Luciana. We like that. Dustin, good now.
Okay.
Perfect. Oh, okay.
Perfect is nice.
We have a consensus. The jury is out. Okay, seems better. Turn the sound up a bit.
Okay.
Okay, Ken, over here.
Over.
Okay, let us know if that's better, and hopefully
we
can work with that.
Yes.
We'll be close to the mic as well. Okay.
Better.
Okay, good. All right. So let's start from where we were with the diagram. Okay. We don't need, I don't know if we need to start from the beginning, but for those that are joining us a little bit further in, we're talking about past lives. And just to kind of catch you up, thank you, Tressa. My voice sounds deeper today. We like that. Oh, yes. Yes. All right. So we're talking about past lives. And maybe just before we get into the diagram, I want to just quickly say, maybe put back the video and we'll cover it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I wanted to say is that for those joining, the idea is past lives, and it's a big question mark. And what you said, which I thought was brilliant, is you go to a funeral, you look at a casket, the body is there. The body is there, but you miss the person. You're sad that they've left.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? What are you missing? If the body is there, what are you missing?
Perfect condition.
Yeah, even better than when they were alive. With makeup, the whole thing.
And really the big thing is they don't talk. It's good.
Yeah, it's even better because they're not talking. All the wives should be happy because finally shut up around the house, some peace and quiet.
But still they're upset.
But still,
so when you talk, it's not good, and when you don't talk, it's also not good.
Can't win. Exactly. But so what are you missing? The person is there, but you're missing something. You're missing that life force. So we were then getting into a diagram that you were doing to talk about. Let's have a look more at past lives because there's something there that's obviously missed.
So the question is what is missing, and what is missing is the spirit. And to understand past lives, the first thing we need to understand is what is the spirit.
Yeah.
Because the confusion is, or the problem is that the spirit is not a physical thing. And I want to explain it. Okay, so press number 4.
Yeah.
So if this is the beginning, okay, or this is the start of your life, and this is time, okay?
Yeah.
You will see that the beginning, the word beginning mean, or the start mean, was not here before.
Yes.
So if I have something, and let's say that this is the physical universe, okay? This is everything that you see around you. Yeah. So the physical universe is composed of twos.
Yeah.
Plus and minus, force, counter force. The physical universe is composed of twos, only twos.
Yeah.
So if everything is composed of two, so there was 2 particles, then was 4 particles, and then 16, etc., 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 and you have a kind of expansion of particles, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's composed of 2, when you look at right now at the car, what you see is a lot of twos that comes together.
Right.
But they started from 2 basic particles.
Yes.
Now, because they started from 2, what created the 2 cannot be the 2.
Yes.
What created the iPhone is not the iPhone, because the iPhone was not here before.
Right.
Okay? So the thing that created the 2, we call spirit, or life form, or life force, or chi, or whatever it is.
Yes.
There is something that create the physical universe. So we can say that the physical universe is a universe that composed of twos, okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the spiritual universe is the thing that composed of nothing.
Yes.
And hence, nothing can bring about something.
Mm-hmm.
Only nothing can bring something.
Yes. Yes.
Only nothing can bring something.
Yes.
In the physical universe, what you have is a change. But the physical universe is expanding, which means there is some kind of a source of more pluses and minuses.
Right.
If the physical universe expands, if the universe expands, it means there's more and more material in the physical universe that come from somewhere. But we know that in the physical universe, there is the law of conservation of energy. So something do not come from nothing.
Yes. Yes.
But actually, if it is expanding and if it's not coming from this universe, Where it comes from is the spiritual universe, and in the spiritual universe, you have a nothingness that have the ability to bring a somethingness.
Right. And I understand that, but we were talking about this the other day,
Mhm.
how to us it's so understandable. Like, oh yeah, nothing brings about something.
That's obvious.
That seems obvious.
Yeah, but not
But
for
I remember when I first played with that concept, it's weird. Like, wait, how can something come from nothing?
because in the physical universe, if this is the physical universe,
Hmm.
something cannot bring something.
Right. But then in the physical universe, it seems like it does. Like two bodies, two somethings bring another body.
No, but there's the law of the conservation of energy.
Yes.
So there isn't. If
Yeah.
the law of conservation of energy is correct,
Yeah.
then you have only exchange of energy. So you take two
Yes.
bodies and they eat
Yes.
and create energy, and they create sperm and so on, and everything happening. There's someone come and mix the whole thing,
Yes.
put some pepper.
Yeah.
Depends.
A
If
really
you,
strong light.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yes.
And if they didn't put enough pepper, you come out white. If they put little pepper, you're yellow. Otherwise, you're black.
Yeah.
So,
Otherwise, you get salt and pepper in the hair.
yes,
Yeah, a
otherwise
little
you get
salt and
salt and
pepper.
pepper
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever.
Beautiful ingredients create a beautiful creation.
So, but this is all within the physical universe. It's a change. In the physical universe, you only change.
Right.
You take something and you make with it something else.
Yes.
But you don't actually bring something in the physical universe out of nothing, because otherwise you wouldn't need to burn oil in order to create energy.
Right.
You wouldn't need to hold it high in order for it to fall.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so that you first need to charge it physically, and then it falls. It's you just exchanging forms of energy.
Right. Yeah. So in
Yeah,
the physical universe, there's an exchange of forms of energy.
exactly. But it's supposed to be equilibrium.
Right.
If there is the law of conservation of energy, there's supposed to be equilibrium.
Right. Like it should never get more or
Or
less.
less.
It should
It's
be.
just that's it, and that's what you have, and live with that.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Right.
But obviously, it's not what's happening, because the physical universe expands.
Mm-hmm.
And never mind that it expands, it comes from somewhere.
Yeah. Originally.
Originally, it comes
Because
from somewhere. So
yes.
it means someone added billions and billions and billions and billions of
Yeah.
particles.
Yeah. And if it expanded and we go back to
The beginning.
then it would have been something came about.
Yes.
And then it expanded to what it is now, and it
Exactly.
keeps expanding.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
does it make sense to everyone?
Yeah. So far, so good. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Ashley said, love this topic. Yeah, it's really, really interesting. And I just want to see that everybody replies. And I know the chat has a bit of a delay, but I want to see that it adds up for you guys.
wow.
Wow, wow, wow. We got, yes. It is very amazing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So the point here, the thing that you need to wrap your mind around is that the spiritual universe is a universe of nothing that has the ability to bring about something, but it's not physical. So the laws of the spiritual universe are not the law of the physical universe. If you take, if I ask an average person to give me some physical universe laws, they will give me physical universe law, Ohm laws, inertia,
gravity.
Venturi, I don't know, Alice Fitzgerald, whatever.
Okay.
Any kind of
Right.
laws. Yes, you will have all kind of laws. Okay.
Yes.
But if I'll ask you to give me one law of the spiritual universe, the average person will say, what?
A law?
A law? Spiritual universe? What?
Question mark, question mark,
Yes.
question mark.
So, because everyone considered that the physical universe is very important. How much money you have, how is your body doing? Do you have car or you don't have car? How many wives you have?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
So this is really important. But
Right.
the truth is that everything is controlled by the spirit. So really, the real thing that's important is the spirit. The spirit is the boss.
You're right. Yes.
The spirit is the boss. The spirit is the boss. You don't have a spirit. You are the spirit. When someone tells me, my spirit tells me, I already know that he is not really fully understand what's going on. Because if I say my spirit tell me, I say, okay, fine. So your spirit, who is you?
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
my spirit tell me, it means I am something else than the spirit. So
Yeah.
who am I?
Yeah. My spirit tells me, yeah. So I am me. And then
Exactly.
you go, and then it brings you back to, so what's me?
What's me? Exactly.
And that's the spirit.
You are the spirit.
Yeah.
And you have a body and you have a mind.
Mm-hmm.
You are
Right.
not your body. You are not your mind. You are the spirit.
Yes. 100%.
You are not your spirit. You are the spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
You, maybe it's your body, but
It's your body,
but it's not your spirit. You are
you
the
are
spirit.
the spirit.
Yes. And so, by the way, from earlier, just everybody replied here, I see, makes sense. So far, so good. And Tressa said, really good point. How come we don't know spiritual universal laws?
Exactly.
True. And Facebook user said, that's so true. Yeah. Amazing.
Okay. So now what happened is you've got this spirit, and the spirit is obviously the thing that creates.
Mm-hmm.
And what is life? What is life? Life is you take something physical and you animate it.
Yes.
You bring life into it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you animate it? You make it grow and you make it small.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the thing that make it grow and make it small, the thing that can stretch and contract, is the life. And the life is the spirit, because the spirit can bring something out of nothing.
Right.
So when you so in Greek, the word spirit actually mean the endless source of energy.
Yes.
So the spirit is the endless source of energy. When someone tell me that he's spiritual and he start to deal with energy, he tells me I'm very spiritual and I'm dealing with energy.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that you deal with energy, you are not spiritual. You're dealing with physical universe.
Right.
Because in the spiritual universe, there's no energy. There is a nothingness. Energy is something very unique for the physical universe.
Right.
There is no Reiki in the spiritual universe.
Yeah.
You don't work with energy. You work with energy in the physical universe with the body. You can feel energy, blah, blah, blah. The spiritual universe is not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nothing.
Right. And I know the answer, but how would you answer somebody that says, wow, I really connected with your energy. I connected with you spiritually. I liked your energy. What
Okay.
what is that?
They just, because the spiritual universe, or because the spirit is not physical, most people don't have the language to describe what they know.
Yes, true.
So they're using something that they heard, the word energy. But if I ask them, okay, so define energy, please. When you say you connected with my energy, so first of all, it's not with me. It's like you connected with my car, you connected with my wife, you connected with my body, but it's not me. So you're not connected to me.
Yes, it's
If I say
the
I
energy.
connected with your energy, yes?
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you that you don't want to connect with me. Fine.
Okay.
I connected with your phone.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't connect with your phone. You talk to me, not to my phone.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I ask a person what is energy, and I've asked thousands of people, they cannot define the word energy.
Right. Yeah.
And never mind, if they think that they can define it, I will ask them, okay, so what's the difference between power, force, energy, inertia? Just to mention a few.
Yeah.
And you have a total mishmash.
Yeah. There's confusion there.
Total confusion.
Yeah.
But one thing we know for sure, that energy is a physical thing.
Right. Yes.
Because a nothingness is not an energy.
Yeah.
And nothingness can be defined as total potential. You can bring about anything.
Right.
You can say that the spirit is this thing that knows for no reason at all. And the moment that you have a reason, you're not talking about the spirituality, you're talking about physicality.
Yes.
In the physical universe, there is a reason. Because I pulled this thing in, it's open. So there is a reason. Because I got married, I'm suffering. Or I'm happy.
Or I got fat. One or the other. Yes. Yeah.
So there is a reason, but that's only in the physical universe.
Yeah.
So the moment that you deal with spirits, The moment that you deal with the spiritual universe, there is no reason at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Reason is what limits you. Spirit is what frees you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, okay, let's see. So it says, wow, you're the spirit, is the boss. I love it. Yeah. And Ashley said, I love all this. Amazing. And Rishina said, are there laws in the spiritual world, the world of nothingness?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what nobody knows about, but there are.
There are laws, and the spirit operates based on those laws.
Mm-hmm.
And the first law of the spiritual universe, that there is no limitation.
Mm.
The laws in the physical universe are actually sets of limitations. The law in the spiritual universe are sets of freedoms.
Amazing.
It's not freedom from, it's sets of freedoms. That's the first thing.
And just explain the difference between freedoms versus freedom from.
Okay, so in the physical universe, when people talk about freedom, they talk about freedom from oppression, freedom from pain, freedom of speech, freedom from something you try to be free from.
Yeah, I just got out of jail, so I'm free. Free from jail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's within the confinement of the laws of the universe. So laws or agreements are only sets of limitations.
Yes.
Okay. In the spiritual universe, the laws have a different definition because they are not set of limitations, they're set of freedoms.
Yeah.
So the first law of the spiritual universe is that the spirit knows for no reason at all.
Just free. Just free to know.
You just know. Yeah. Free to know. The first law of the spiritual universe is that you know.
Mm-hmm.
You just know. The moment that you ask for why, or the moment that you ask for confirmation, you are not you. You would never ask why.
You don't check if it is or isn't. It is.
For red, you don't ask is it red or why is it red. For you, red is red. Although your red is not my red.
Yeah.
Because I know it's red.
Yes.
So anything that you know is something that you don't need confirmation for.
Yes. Amazing.
If you start to look for confirmation, you already prove that you don't know. You lost your power as a spirit the moment that you look for confirmation. And the physical universe try to convince you continuously to get a confirmation, and by that lose yourself. You get a confirmation, but you lose you.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay?
Yes. And that makes total sense. Anything that you check if it is or isn't, obviously the fact that you're checking means you don't know. For anything, if I have to check if what my bank account balance is, it means I don't know. But if I know, I don't need to check.
Okay, so we have the spirit.
Yes.
Okay, and it knows the spirit has endless potential.
Yeah.
And what happens is when you have endless potential, when you have no limitations, there is a big problem. And the problem is that it's boring.
Yeah.
It's exceptionally boring. It is like if I got to play basketball with a 3 years old, it would be boring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He cannot even hold the ball, never mind throw it to the actual. So what you do, you bring the ball lower, you tie a hand behind your back.
Yeah.
You play like you cannot move. You make yourself small. You invent limitations.
Right. Right.
So because the spirit is so powerful and because it's boring, the spirit decided that it wants some interest, it wants some excitement, it wants to play. And so it starts to invent limitation, it starts to reduce its abilities. It didn't actually reduce its abilities, it actually reduced its willingness to demonstrate its abilities.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So you start to put limitation on
that's a big thing, by the way, is you don't lose your abilities.
Yes. Yeah. You're a spirit. You are nothingness. How can I lose?
Yeah.
You cannot lose something of you. Like no one can cut your hand. No one can cut a hand from the nothingness.
Yeah. There's nothing.
No hand. There's nothing. So you cannot lose yourself. You cannot. Someone says, I used to be da da da, and now it's not true. You yourself, the spirit, always perfect.
Mm-hmm.
When it's not perfect, it's only because it's not you.
Right.
You add something
Mm-hmm.
that seems like you are not perfect, but you, the spirit, cannot do anything else than being perfect. It is so boring. It's like, your wife is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, it's becoming boring. She's so perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's an
Yeah.
interesting thought that it's like you want more.
Yeah,
You want a
you want some
game.
challenge. You want a
Yeah,
game. It's
yeah.
boring.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
makes sense. Just
100%.
let's look at the comments.
Yes, yeah. Harold said boring. Yes, totally. Poonam said wow. Rushina said, what's the first limitation that the spirit sets for itself?
The spirit started to say that it doesn't know.
Mm,
It just say, I don't know.
yeah,
But you know that you know, but you say, I don't know. It's like, I know I can win, but I say I cannot.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you start to say, I don't know, and you continuously say, I don't know, 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 over billions of years. And at one point, you go past the point of no return. Throughout this time, you are sure that you say, I don't know, but you know that you can at any moment say, okay, fine, I just turn on the engine and I know.
yeah.
It's not a problem. But at one point, you went so low that you went below the point of no return, and you actually forgot how to turn back the engine. It's like you say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know for billions of years, while you know that you know.
Yeah.
And at one point, it is, so how do I do that?
Yes.
So now
Yeah.
you start to go to school to learn how to read.
Yes. Yeah. And it's amazing because you can even see that in a small way where sometimes it'll happen where, I don't know, you see a phone number and you're like, I know the phone number. I know it. I know. I don't need to write it down. I'll remember it. I'll remember. I know. I know. And all of a sudden, the time goes by and you go, I forgot the phone number.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, now what? Now you need to figure it out.
You now go to school.
Now you go to school to learn the phone number. But that's how it's the same mechanism, but on a bigger scale.
On a bigger scale, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Rushina said, thank you.
Yeah.
So we're talking though about or did you want to say?
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we're talking about there's obviously the laws of the spiritual universe, and there is a spirit. And for those that do or don't understand that by now, but assuming that there is, but how do you know you lived before?
Okay. So how do you know you lived before? So when you take a body
Mm-hmm.
and you die, the body is like a doll. It has nothing.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
Yeah. Just a piece of meat.
Just a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Because and we know that something left. This life force is gone.
Yeah.
Yes. So at the beginning, you also had a body, small, yes, but you also had a body, and when it's born, it has some kind of a life force in it. Sometimes it's born dead without a spirit.
Yeah. Yes.
So the thing that bring life into it is a unit. We can call it spirit. We can call it chakachuka. We can call it A. We can call it X. But there is something that is nothing that bring life force to it. Why it's also nothing? Why we cannot see it or measure it or anything like that is because it's nothing. But
Yeah.
you know it's there.
That's the thing. You know it's there, but then people, but then they get confused because they're like, but I can't see it. But it's because it's nothing.
Yeah, you don't see electricity, but you know it's there.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You see the lights. It's like you see the body moving.
Yeah.
But you know it's there. Yes. Electricity, of course, you can measure, and the spirit you can measure too.
Right. Yeah.
You can. It's like, how much life force do you have? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you alive or not? How much energy? Like if you think about it, you think, well, I have energy because I'm eating dead meat. Wow, you eat dead meat and you get energy?
Yeah.
Isn't it a bit weird?
It is. It's when you think about it, that you're eating a dead thing that gives you energy. Yeah. Of course, the body assimilates it, but that's not what makes you alive in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, the more you eat, the less.
Yeah, you get tired. You need to sleep after you eat well. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how do you know that there is this thing that it knows?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing you need to do is to look at cases where a person can recall past lives
Yes.
or have some kind of abilities that came from nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
So there is this story, and you can go and check online. In Israel, there's some small village of Druze, and
Just to explain, the Druze are, it's sort of a type of, how would you describe them? It's not it's not villages,
no,
but
it's no, they live in
they
villages
live,
or cities. It's not
yeah,
important,
but it's a culture.
but it's a culture. They have some of them are Christian, some of them are not, and they generally talk Arabic. They're Arabs,
Mm-hmm.
and they live in Israel, and they're considered to be Israelis. They serve in the army and everything, but that's not the point.
Right. Yeah, but it's
The
just that
point
just
is
the
that
word.
they
Yeah.
speak generally Arabic.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So the main language is Arabic.
Yes.
Okay. And there is Hebrew there, but the main language is Arabic.
Yeah.
Now you've got this kid that born,
Mm-hmm.
and this is something that you can find online. Just check, even I think in English on YouTube, a Druze kid that born speaking English.
Yeah.
Now the guy is born, and he speaks fluent, not fluent, but very good English with the English accent.
Yeah, like a British accent.
British accent. Now, there is no one in the area that speak English, never mind in a British accent.
Yeah.
And he cannot assimilate. It's very hard for him to speak Arabic.
Yeah.
He can hardly speak Arabic, and he speak English. So the mom speak in Arabic, and he answer in English, and the mom don't understand him.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing.
And they brought a different expert to check, is there any way that he heard it somewhere? But nothing. There is no logical explanation.
And he was like 2 or 3 years old.
He was 2 years. When he started to talk, he was like 1.5 or something, and he
Yeah.
started to talk in English.
Yeah, and they show him like, I don't know, a bottle, and they expect him to say it in Arabic, and he's like, bottle, and he's like speaking,
Yes.
and it's like, what the heck?
It's like
Yeah.
they had to bring someone from the outside. The family had to bring someone that speak English to explain to him what the kid is saying.
Right. Right.
Because he couldn't speak Arabic.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is one example, but I'll give you a personal example. Okay,
Mhm.
so I was born in Israel, and one day when I was 3 years old, I opened the radio in my house. It was broken,
Mhm.
and I just looked at that, and I just knew how it works. I knew electronics, and from that moment on, I was fixing electronic. I was fixing radios. I was fixing TVs. I was building amplifiers. I never study electronics.
Yeah.
From where?
And at such a young age.
3 years old.
Yeah. To know
So
like fix
from
electronics.
where? From where?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know from where, because I recall what I've done before.
Yes.
And the question is obviously why people say, so why don't I remember?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I remember? Why? What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you. The reason people don't remember is that the only person you don't want to be is the person that used to be.
Mm.
The only person that you don't want to be is the person that you used to be.
Why is that?
Because as a person go through life, he accumulate things that he consider are not okay, losses, all kind of losses.
Mm-hmm.
And when you die because you decided that you cannot create the next thing anymore. There's nothing for you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like your last dream die and you die.
Right. Right.
And you don't want to be back this person, because what is this person is a big loser. He died.
Yeah.
You died. What does it mean die? You lost.
Right. Right.
You lost your life. You lost your friends. You lost your body. You lost your possession. You're the biggest loser. Like when people say, oh, wow, this guy dead, I lost him, and they make a big show about how sorry they are, and I understand it's painful and everything. But actually, the guy that died lost 100 times more things. He lost his body, he lost his memories, he lost his family, he lost his enemies, he lost his possession, he lost his problems, he lost everything. He has nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the guy that died lose so much. There is such a massive loss. It is a total, like he feel like a total loser. So of course, who wants to go back to a time when he was a loser?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's say in school, if you are a loser and now you are successful, will you want to remember how much of a loser you were and to go back and to become a loser? You want to forget about it. No,
Yeah.
I'm good now.
You're right. Most people don't want to go back to high school. Like it's like,
Yeah.
thank you very much. That
Yeah,
happened,
it
and I
was,
don't want to go
I
back there.
don't want, yes,
Let alone a whole life. It's
yes,
like that. So you want to avoid
exactly.
that. Got you? Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But if you've been very good at something, let's say you are Mozart or
Mm-hmm.
you are Chopin or someone uh, from before to become Mozart or Chopin, and they
Yeah.
were very, 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 very good with something, uh, you will born again and you will not lose this thing that you still know that you're the best at.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
So you will wake up and you will born and you play piano. But
Yeah.
from where?
Right.
Or you will speak British,
Mm-hmm.
or you will know electronics
Right.
because you've probably been very, very good at that, and that answer for talent.
Mm.
Because the fact that you die and the fact that you forgot, the spirit knows. You remember the definition of the spirit? The spirit knows.
Yeah.
So what does it mean, talent? To take something that you already know and to recover it by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yes.
recover it and you become exceptionally good at that because you have a lot of experience.
Yes. Yeah. You come.
Lifetimes of experience.
Yeah. Amazing.
You
So
just recover what you know.
yeah. Okay. Got you. So so to know about past lives, if it did or didn't happen, you're saying, look, go back and look
No.
at some examples of.
So the first
The
thing
first
is
thing is there's examples.
the first thing this example tells you something do not add up.
Yes. Yeah.
It's worth looking at.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's the only thing I want.
Yeah.
It's worth looking at.
Yeah. It's not 100% that
Yeah.
it's not that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe there is past life.
Yes. Maybe. The first thing is there's a maybe there.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe just look at
Yes.
the
So
comments.
we have. It's been such an infinite boredom being God in the Olympo. Then I created Earth to go down and make some noise to have games.
Mhm.
So, but alone, no. So I created to my image and so on. Yes,
Yes.
great, true. Then Rushina said, how can we differentiate between the energy produced from food and energy created by the spirit? And Dustin said, Rushina asks great questions.
Yeah.
It is a great question.
Yeah.
And Poonam said, I really love this story of the radio. It is
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you separate it? So what is energy?
Mhm.
Energy is when you take a potential and you release potential. What you get released is energy.
Yes.
Energy is the release, is the manifestation of a release of potential.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what's happening in the physical universe.
Yes.
So you need to have two terminals, and then you get something from one terminal towards another terminal, and in the process you release energy.
Mm-hmm.
Energy is the loss of potential.
Yes.
Okay. So when you eat something, you don't lose potential.
Right. You're gaining something.
Exactly.
Yes.
So when you eat something, you don't actually gain energy.
Mm-hmm.
What you do, you convince the body and whatever running the body to continue to work.
Yes. I see. Yeah.
Okay.
True.
So you don't actually produce energy. So for as long as the person is alive, any energy that he has come only exclusively from the spirit or the spirit-like beings.
Right. Interesting. So I like that.
So this from the
Yeah.
spirit of spirit-like being.
Right. And I'm thinking that I like that idea of when you eat, you're convincing the body to work.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And you allow the machine to
Yeah.
do what the machine does. But in terms of the actual life force,
Yeah.
that's you. Now, release of potential, the difference with the spirit is that it's an endless potential.
Yeah. The spirit don't give energy.
Yeah.
The spirit is a source
Right.
of potential.
So like a creator, an endless
It's
generator of.
endless generator.
Because the
So,
difference in the physical potential, you drop it and then it's over. It falls and it's done.
yes.
So you release potential, but as a spirit to the body, it doesn't mean that it's done. It's not like at the end of the day, it's over.
Yes.
You can continue.
So what the spirit do, it says to the body, move, and it move.
Yeah.
Now, the show now is the body sweat and the body get tired because the body have to conform to the physical universe laws.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you have a body,
Mm-hmm.
you have a spirit, and we said that past life is something that maybe is possible.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find past life?
That's the question.
What is the secret of finding past life?
Yeah.
So this is not something that I will teach in an interview.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that it takes a few hours
Mm-hmm.
to get any person to recall his past life. There are few things that you need to do that basically open the vault,
Mm-hmm.
open these things that you hide, what you don't want to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to look at those things that you consider as a loss and actually recover your ability to confront them.
Yeah.
And once you recover your ability to confront them without touching them, you do that by recovering the ability to confront the manifestation on today.
Mm-hmm.
What happened is you all of a sudden simply know. And when I say you know, you will remember, you'll be able to remember who you are, where you are. Go and check and see that there was a person like that in that place and you never been there.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the address, you remember the house, you remember the colors, you remember a bank account. You will remember if you handle the things that prevents you from actually being willing to look at that.
Yes.
So anyone can recall past life, or I can say it more correctly, anyone that is willing to handle the manifestation in this life of what is done in past life
Mm-hmm.
will be able to recover past lives. So
Yeah.
in this life, 99% of what you do is not because of what's happening right now, but is because of what happened in the past.
Yeah.
Because in the physical universe, everything has a prior cause, everything has a reason.
Yes.
So 99% of what you do right now is because of what you've done before.
Yeah. And most of that is hidden.
And most of it is hidden.
Yeah.
Like one guy liked to play guitar, and one guy loved to play, I don't know, saxophone, but he cannot. He loves to dance, but he thinks that he's left-legged. Or he whatever. He loves money, but he thinks he didn't born Jewish. You know.
Yeah, but you have these limitations.
You have this limitation.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and but by the way, Luciana said it took me less than a few hours to recall past lives under your supervision.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what you need to do this spiritual cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the spiritual cleanse is it's not that we're taking a hose and we're cleaning the spirit.
No special soap. Yeah.
But what it is, the spirit, in an effort to protect other beings from its viciousness, when it realizes that it did something not right or that it considers it's not right, it's actually never the spirit, by the way, but when it thinks that it's not right, the spirit go away and let something else, which we will learn what it is later, take control. And this something else, unlike the spirit, has an intention of damaging.
So you'll give control to something else that just wants to damage you, and do you realize that that's what it wants to do? No, you think it's a friend. You're giving the wheel to a friend who is just trying to make the car crash.
Yes, and if you will see, the dramatization of that in any relationship, in any company, in any friendship, or any person have this situation where They think this guy is the right guy for them, but this guy is the guy that's killing them.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
They trust. There is always this story of I've trusted the wrong guy,
Mm-hmm.
trusted the wrong guy,
Yeah.
and this is just a manifestation of that mechanism. And we've
Mm-hmm.
done it many, 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 many times. And people say they learn from the experience. There's one thing you don't learn from is experience.
Very
If people
interesting.
would learn from the experience, they will never die.
Yeah.
If people learn from the experience, everyone will be billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many years you need to learn from your experience? A person,
Yeah.
70 years. Each year has 12 months, 365 years. How many days you need to gain experience?
Yeah.
How many times you need to be cheated in order to gain experience?
Right. Right.
But
Yeah.
people don't learn from the experience. Like they say, well, I got married and I got divorced, and I got the second marriage, and the second marriage is worse than the first one. But they
Yeah.
don't want to admit that they are wrong. So they either stay with the first one and get used to it, or go to the third one, which become even worse.
Right. Yeah.
If you learn from your experience, it will be okay. So I was with this wrong man or wrong lady, and I got divorced. And the next one, I have experience. I found Mr. Perfect. They never find Mr. Perfect.
Yes. And we have a whole live stream about experience. We
Yes.
did that because there were people that were like, but what about this? What about that? And
Yeah.
we really, it's such an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Linda says, what are the benefits of exploring past lives?
So if you have a limitation, you want to, in order to survive well in this universe, let's say you need to be able to uh, um, totally be expensive, totally have a lot of money, have different talents, have no specific diseases. If those things come from past life and you handle them, those manifestation in this life will go away. I've seen people that got cured by realizing what they've done in past life.
Mm.
I've seen a person that had, I worked with a person that had a disease. He thought that he has a disease. He was in my seminar. Some of you been there, and the guy had all kind of seizures, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done something with him, and he remembered something that happened in a specific place, and da 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 da. And he realized what happened in that incident in past life. And from that moment until today, I think it is 8, 9 years later, he never had a seizure again.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I had a lady that had, the story about this lady that had asthma that couldn't be next to any smoke, and she had an attack in the middle of my seminar. I've handled her with whatever I've done, and she found the incident in past life. That night we were in Chicago. That night she went with us to one of the students' house. We played there, and everyone smoked cigar, and she was right in totally in with us in that place with all the smoke and everything, and she never got an asthma attack up to now.
Wow.
Sandra,
Yeah.
up to now, I think it's 6 years later, 7 years
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
So why? Because you will remove the limitations, and you will remove the necessities, which means you will not have to be a failure. You will not have to do a job that you don't want to do. You will be able to do what you want to do. You will actually remove anything that is not you from you. And then because you are so perfect, what you will create is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to remove the effect of past life on you. And this effect is real, and this effect is powerful.
Yeah.
And for people that part of my students, I'm going to do a seminar in Mexico in the beginning of July, and the subject will be past lives and your body.
Mm.
So we will learn about the body, how the body operates, and past lives. And
but what you're talking about with the body, I mean, And by the way, we should do maybe next week we'll do the topic of the body
The body. Okay.
because we talked past lives, but what you're covering with the body
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
something. It's not like
Yeah. Like why the heart beating?
yeah.
Who told the heart to beat?
Yeah.
Go and ask any doctor and ask him who told the heart to beat.
Yeah.
Why the heart is beating?
And you're right. And there's a very physical anatomical
Yeah.
explanation.
So it's
but
working, but
yeah.
who told the heart to start to beat?
Mhm.
Where's the starter?
Yeah.
Where's the where's the starter?
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, I know that what's going to be covered is just
amazing.
the hidden anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. So
I think we are way over.
yeah, this is probably the longest live.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, so just a couple of things that I saw come through here. Poonam said, Mayor, sir, always says use the body, don't serve the body, which is true. And Rashina asked, is recalling past lives useful at all? And we covered that as well. Linda asked the same question, which we covered. Luciana said, wow, to what you had explained. And yes, Rashina said, I see it's more useful for people who carry issues from their past lives. But the thing is,
no one that do not carry issue. If you have a body, you carry issues from past lives.
yes. And what I thought was interesting, which you threw in, but it's so important, is also the compulsions that people have. Like you think you want to do this thing, it's what you have to do. It's not what you right now want to do. It's from something in the past or a limitation that you think you have, which you don't.
The only reason people think that something is important is because it was important.
Yeah.
Not because it is important. The only reason people think that something is important is because it used to be important. Right now, nothing is really important. Let's say something extreme. Okay. Let's say I have my life, and I think it's really important that I will live. Okay. Now let's look at the proportion. This planet exists 100 million years, at least, probably more, but let's say 100 million years.
Sure.
No, 5,000 years, according to the Bible. 5,000 years. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
5,000 years. 5,000 years, it means that if in average 50 years is the lifespan of a person from all time
overall,
to now.
Yeah.
So 5,000 divided to 50, how much is it?
We have 500.
500.
I hope that that's right.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, let's say 500 times, let's say in average 1 billion people. 500 billion people went through the recycle machine.
Yeah, yeah.
And one person?
Yeah.
Important?
Yeah.
Not really.
Right.
Now forget about my life. I lost my phone. Wow. Or even more serious, my wife spoke to me and said something. Like an incident that for everyone, it looks like for the person that it happened to, it looks like the universe ended.
Yeah.
It's worth to get divorced over it.
Yes, yes.
Really?
Right.
5,000, and I'm talking about just 5,000 years, not 100 million years.
Yes.
Or not a billion years, just 5,000 years.
Yes, yeah, yeah. True. Unbelievable. No, you're right. I mean,
nothing is really important when you put it into a perspective, and it is becoming important only if you are useless. If you are able, what's important is not the thing. What's important is what can you bring about, what you can do about it.
Which is a totally different, better way to look at it.
Exactly, and it's exactly the opposite of what's usually happening.
Yeah, usually everyone thinks it's so important, and it's because of the past.
And it's only because of past lives.
What is important is that 5,000 divided by 50, though. I'm pretty sure it's 100, actually, so that's important. Anyway, so we have Ashley said, I can see the specific areas and talents I suppressed this life from past lives, which is amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
And Poonam said, thank you so much for this amazing data, sir. Thank you so much, Brother Gal. You're very welcome. Wow, I love it. So yes, this was amazing. The longest one yet.
Yes.
But really powerful. And what if people, existing students, want to find out about that Mexico Past Life Seminar?
Yeah, just write me an email or WhatsApp, or get onto the website and send us a message.
Yeah.
There's a way there to contact me.
Yes.
And just find me.
Okay. And if
Write
somebody
me a message on Instagram. And if you're not following me yet on Instagram, then definitely it's coming from past life.
That's a past life limitation.
That's a definite past life. Follow me on Instagram. I think it's Meir Ezra Official.
Yes. And one more question. If somebody is not, because we said for existing students, right? Like I don't know how open this Mexico thing is.
If somebody is not in, you would need to talk to me, and we need to prepare some data. You'll need to learn something. It's advanced. You need to do some preparation.
Yeah.
You need to learn a lot. Like
yes, but if someone's listening to this, should they write to you also?
Just for sure, and
get in touch with us.
We'll prepare you. We'll get you the data, and it's not a problem.
Good. Okay. Amazing. It's going to be great. Thank you for today. That was big.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the comments.
Thank you.
And
sorry for the
sound issues at the beginning.
The issue, yes. That's new.
Yeah.
We usually don't have sound issue. We have just beauty issue.
Yes.
Past life issues.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you. Everybody said we see all the wows and thank yous, and you're very welcome, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.